the foreign minister of Sudan, since you were answering yesterday, has spoken, and he said of the meeting that Omar al-Bashir held with Antonio Guterres, quote, "It is the most important meeting held by the president." He said it's the first between a Sudanese president and a top-ranked international official since Bashir's accusation by the ICC for war crimes and genocide. He said the Secretary General praised the peace process in Sudan and various other things. The thing was this. You said it's not a formal meeting, and I guess people are free to disagree. He said it's the most important meeting that Omar al-Bashir had. But I still, given this, it seems like it should be possible for you to say whether Antonio Guterres or his office told the Office of Legal Affairs prior to the meeting.
The legal counsel informed the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court that the meeting was taking place. The receipt of the information, the ICC confirmed receipt of the information. So the procedures that are in place to allow for operational meetings was followed.
When you say was taking place, so this was done in advance of the meeting?
I don't know if it was done in advance. The point is that the ICC was informed. They accepted the information, and they said they were fine with the notification as it was given.
Right. So, because if it was done before, then
I'm just saying.
Like, if you knew it was taking place,
the rules of the procedures were followed.
So then it was before.
These are
meeting between the Secretary General and Omar al-Bashir, and he confirmed that it took place. Somehow it wasn't disclosed in his opening, which is all fine. I've asked the ICC, and they've come back with what are the rules or the guidelines for contacts. And I want to ask you about two things. One thing it says is that the Secretariat, in advance of such a meeting, is supposed to inform the Office of Legal Affairs, which in turn informs the prosecutor of the ICC's office. I wanted to know if that took place here, and also I'm asking you, pursuant to the guidelines, who attended the meeting? I'd like to know if you attended, but I'd also like to know on the Sudan side. And the reason I'm asking is because the guidance on this important issue says, if contact is deemed absolutely necessary, and I'd like you to address that, quote, every attempt shall be made to interact with individuals of the same group or party who are not subject to an ICC arrest warrant. So these are three things. Who attended the meeting? Was OLA and the prosecutor told? And separately, did you go?
No, I did not attend. I'm not aware of who the insiders were on the Sudanese side. I think Fahan provided very clear explanation yesterday as to our operational needs. This was also a meeting in the framework of the Secretary General's work on South Sudan. He wanted to meet with the heads of delegation at the African Union of every country bordering South Sudan, and the meeting took place in that context.
Right. The guidelines say it's very much about the country concerned. It's not I'm sure you've read them, but the main thing is it seems like you didn't answer there. Did Antonio Guterres inform OLA in advance of the meeting as required by the guidelines, and did OLA, if he did so, inform the prosecutor?
I have no doubt that procedures were followed.
Can you find out? I mean, it seems important. Can you get an answer on this ICC guideline of OLA? You said you're sure that the guidelines were followed, but it's easy enough for you to find out.
I will leave it at that for the time being.
Why not?
Linda, and then Sylviane.